Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, guys, I have a strong feeling that we are winning this battle, and in today's video I will show you what I'm talking about, because I have a very strong evidence that we are very close to the resolution.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button, and that's it. So guys, let's start with the latest update. First of all, I want to show you this Twitter account. We are on Don Fee's official Twitter, and we know that he is in District Columbia right now, and he has a lot of meetings with Congress members in order to show them our problem, and in order to have the signatures, their signatures under this letter that was written by Ralph Norman's office on December 22nd last year. And I have to admit that Don Fees is working extremely hard for the community, and we have to help him, because let me show you this tweet that I published yesterday, and I have to repeat it. Big news from Don Fees. Don is willing to extend his District Columbia trip through Friday if the community can rally and get him additional appointments. We are able to book Richie 7 appointments for Tuesday, so let's make those calls and fill his schedule for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Having Richie walking the halls of Congress and fighting for all of us in DC is huge. If he's willing to extend his trip to continue fighting on our behalf, let's do everything we can to get those appointments for him. Thank you, Richie. And yes, I think it is very important to make these meetings, to schedule these meetings. And if you have any connections with your Congress members who are in District Columbia right now, please help Don Fees to meet your congressman. And let me show you next tweet, next story. And I have to say that, as I already mentioned in my previous videos, I have a strong feeling that we have an extremely high pressure from our counterparties in order to push our case down. And this is the evidence, pure evidence that we are close to the resolution. We know that several people and several companies and several medias are extremely active right now in order to push our case down. One of them definitely is Charles Gasparina, and he is still trying to stonewall any our efforts, and Johnny Tabaka made a very good set of tweets in order to shut this person up. And I have to admit that we have a lot of evidence of this activity. First of all, Charles Gasparina. Next one, let me show you that just yesterday Forbes again published this article. They published this tweet and they made a reference to this article that is nothing else but a hit piece. And the main purpose of this article is to push our case down, because major market makers don't want to surrender, and they want to preserve their capital. And the only way how they can do it is just to push our case down. And guys, I found quite interesting detail. If you try to search the very first letters, the very first words of this title, you can see, and by the way, you have to search it on Forbes Twitter account. You can see how many tweets was published recently by Forbes. Here you can see January 16. Next, 6 hours ago, again the same article, the different tweets as you can see. Next, January 16, and some of these tweets are the same tweets, but I count more than 10 recent tweets that was published in order to push our case down and in order to spread the information about the so-called true story of naked shorts. And according to this article, naked shorting is nothing else but the imagination of the retail community. And guys, we know that it is not. And we have a lot of proofs that, let me show you first of all this one. Junk Savvy wrote in response to one of these tweets. She wrote, naked short sellers mythical. I think SEC proved them real. And here is the screenshot of the official statement from SEC that was written on June the 12th, 2023, where SEC charges investment advisor and principal in abusive naked short selling scheme. So naked short selling exists, and we have a lot of evidence that this illegal activity also happened with the MMTLP stock. So let me show you the next tweet that in my opinion might be quite important. Sensei wrote this 13 hours ago. Brandon Kochkodin is the creator of the comic book. Supes Crew Hindenburg affiliate tasked writing investigative articles requiring no depth or investigative research, spanning topics from sports to business while having an arts degree. He will never be tasked with real journalism. And Brandon Kochkodin is another person who made an article on Forbes, and this article is the main line of defense in Richard Hoffman's arbitration against Fidelity. Guys, how ridiculous is that? That the article basically that was completely destroyed by the facts from MMTLP community. This article is the only line of defense of Fidelity, and Fidelity didn't prove anything against Richard Hoffman's statements. They just dismissed these statements and they didn't prove their words. And this is another evidence that we are closer to the resolution, because we have more and more activity that we can see from other side and that are trying to push our case down. But we became much stronger. And let me show you another evidence of this. John Burda reposted the tweet that was made by AK Dallas, and AK Dallas wrote, $3 trillion. If you are wondering why it is taking MMTLP so long to solve, it's frozen in time. It helps agencies including Secret Service and the Justice and the Department of Justice, DOJ Criminal Division collect information from brokers and trades all over the world, because it can't be moved or closed. And here is the reference to the article that was published on Yahoo Finance, and here you can see the title, Nasdaq CEO, Financial Crime is now a multi-trillion-dollar epidemic. And let me quote you some paragraphs. In 2023, more than $3 trillion in illicit funds flowed through the global financial system, according to Nasdaq's research. The breakdown: $782.9 billion in drug trafficking activity, $346.7 billion in human trafficking, and $11.5 billion in terrorist financing. In addition, there were $485.6 billion in losses from a range of fraud scams and bank fraud schemes worldwide. And this number is mind-boggling. This number also shows that MMTLP community is not the only one. Definitely, in my opinion, we have damages more than several billions of dollars, but the total amount is mind-boggling. On top of that, let me show you this. The true scale cannot be accurately measured in numbers, given how much crime goes unreported by victims and undetected in the current financial system, the report went on to say. And guys, who is responsible for all of this crap? Let me show you this. This tweet was made by Paul T, and it is, in my opinion, a brilliant picture, the Stonewall Brigade. And here you can see Gary Gensler, the chairman of SEC, and Robert W. Cook, president and CEO of FINRA. And these two people are responsible for this gibberish, because it is their duty to protect retail investors and to fight for fair market. And guys, if they don't do it, we have to do it. And to do it, let me show you this. The next call to action is right here. Junk Savvy wrote, calling all MMTLP investors, we need your help. Please read below for instructions. Contact Elf Carbon with any questions. This applies to TRCH as well as MMTLP investors. Thank you for your assistance. This is voluntary and confidential. We are warriors, we are the storm. We are not going away. And she refers to the tweet that was written by John Burda. And John wrote, Hello MMTLP community, please contact your broker to get your routing data and send it to ELF Carbon to amalgamate together. Use the attached script to email your broker to request the data either through your email or your broker's internal messaging system. Please do this digitally so there is documented evidence, and send ELF a screenshot of the interaction. Holders with European brokers, we need you to do this as well, and your data will be very critical. This is the script you can use while asking for your data. Here is the script, and I have to say that it is very important to know these details that that is mentioned right here, because this data will give us an opportunity to prove the illegal activity and to find out who is the wrongdoer on the market. And guys, I think it is very important to unite, and to do it, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends and family. If you have any social media accounts, share this video, because it is very crucial for us to have as many supporters as we can. And I do my best in order to help the community, the MMTLP community and retail community as well, to solve this major problem. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. See you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back.